If you've ever felt like you aren't creative enough or your art isn't good enough, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Most artists misunderstand what creativity really is. These are 3 things that I got wrong and what changed when I finally let them go. The first thing that I got wrong was thinking that creativity is a feeling. It's more like a skill. In my opinion, some of the best work that I have created was when I wasn't feeling creative at all. During those times, I actually painted through how I was feeling instead of having to think that I wanted to be creative. And so during those times that I actually wanted to paint because I was experiencing some new feeling and trying to understand what it was when my best work came out. The more I showed up, even on the days that I didn't feel anything or didn't feel like I wanted to create anything, was when I became more consistent and creativity also came along with it. Second, I thought I had to plan everything. But the most surprising art that I've ever made was when I showed up and all I did was play. I grabbed any color and I also grabbed whatever brush and just tried something different. And that moment was when I really understood that creativity really enjoys when you have no boundaries at all. And finally, the third thing. I thought that I had to be in the studio every single day to be creative. Yes, for like a big portion of my time, I was always in front of my easel painting every single night. But I finally found out that it's not exactly what keeps me creative. Creativity is out here. It's out in the real world. It's everything that we consume, to the birds, to the rustling of the trees, to everything that you can see when you're out in the city or you're out on the street watching people. When you look at life differently, and you start to see what most people don't, you'll start to consider a lot of the way light hits a leaf or the way that wind blows through a tree. Creativity can also come from having a conversation with somebody, or even when you're driving alone in your car and you're listening to music, or you're driving in silence. And when you start to live a little bit deeper in the world and notice more, that's when creativity starts to flourish, and that's where you start to find your own creativity. If you're starting to feel stuck right now, maybe try something different. And that could also look like painting horribly and just letting yourself just play around with the colors that you have and understanding how brushes work. A lot of what I found is that it's less about understanding what you're seeing, and maybe sometimes it's more of the tools that you use. And what I mean by that is when you stop painting what you think you see and you start to paint what you do see, then painting things becomes inherently easy. You're just painting colors onto different shapes. And along with that, you start to understand how your paint works, how oil paint works with different mediums to be able to mix them and place them onto the canvas. Being able to play, being able to do things outside of your normal is what will bring you closer to who you can truly become as an artist and as a creative. Let me know in the comments below what you've gotten wrong about creativity.